visualize the pelvic floor. So thinking anatomically as we're standing, breathing, and as we inhale, imagine the oxygen coming in through the body, expanding the lungs, moving the diaphragm downwards. And as we exhale, we squeeze the ball, and those 4 pelvic floor muscles, like a silken tent, they lift up on the exhale. The diaphragm moves up, and any oxygen and carbon dioxide move up and out. So inhaling, bringing it in and down. Exhale, squeezing the ball and feeling the movement vertically up and out. So let's try that. Inhale and exhale. Couple more times with me. Inhale, oxygen moves in and down. Exhale, we squeeze the ball, feel the pelvic floor muscles. And releasing. Good. Let's do one more together. Inhale, breathing in. Beautiful energy and oxygen settling into the body. Exhale, squeeze the ball. Feel the internal squeeze. That's our Kegel as we lift and release. Good work. So, warming up from the inside out, very important. It's good to remember that. I want you to bring your feet just to a comfortable standing distance apart. And we're going to go into a little bit of balance, and then we'll move into spine stretches. So from here, allow the arms to stretch wide, 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 but feel the shoulders and the shoulder blades melting down. And then let's just take one leg off and set it down. And one leg off and set it down. And it's easy, it's slow and easy, and it's very steady. You set it down and the other leg lifts off. You set it down and the other leg lifts off. Good, you set it down, other leg lifts off, and we stay here. Good. And could we maybe allow the arms to come wherever they're helpful for balance? I'm gonna let mine hang for a moment. Check as much as you can that your hips are even. And then we're gonna see if we can take that leg behind us smoothly, smoothly behind. And as you take it behind, hinge forward. So you're hinging forward, and maybe the arms come forward, maybe they come to your sides, maybe they come out, whatever they're doing, they're helping balance. Think of your arms as wings. Good, and we're just gonna hold this steady position here as best we can for 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring that in. Good, how did you do with that? Let's try the other side. Bringing other leg in, finding that stability, and then gently leaning forward, hinging forward. Let that leg return to the back. Return, it goes to the back. And from this position, arms are wherever. Arms are wherever. Think of arms as wings. They're helping you. Good. And then here, we hold, just gaining strength in the holding position. We're going to play with that a little today for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And gently bring that all the way in. Good, gentle plie and standing tall. Good, let's head into some spine stretches. I'm going to sit just on the edge here of the Cadillac with my legs fairly wide. If you have a stool or a chair that's helpful, you can also do this standing. So I want you to first just find your pelvic basin. Think about your pelvis as a bowl. And can you move your pelvis forward and back? And as you move your pelvis forward and back, that moves your spine. So I'm looking up and I'm looking down. I'm moving into extension. I'm moving into flexion. Good, and once you find the movement happening through the spine, Can you add the arms? Arms open, arms close. Palms up, palms, back of the hands together. Palms up, back of the hands together. And you find this flowing movement that is originating from your spine. My spine is moving the rest of my body. Good, now let your arms be super wide. Good, find your spine by lengthening downwards, anchoring with your sitting bones, and lengthening out through the top of your head. Good, turn the palms down, and we're gonna dig down into the earth and then press up and out. And this is spinal movement, so you're moving your arms from your spine. We press up and out, in and up and out. Good, keep going. Good, try to breathe. However you're breathing, emphasize the breathing. Loud breathing. Good, at this one, pause. And then the arms become kind of like scissors. We're gonna cross and then uncross. Cross and uncross. Cross and uncross. Good, but the big thing is, can you do this with your spine, not your arms? Good, now let's take a diagonal and look down. Bring it in, diagonal, looking downward. Eyes look down, cha-cha. Eyes look down. Good, you're opening into this big diagonal. It's like, here I am, open the curtain, here I am. Welcome, world, I've arrived. In and out, and in and open. Good job. Can you do that movement with your spine? Your spine is doing all the movements. The arms are flowing along with your spine. Good, now pause. Energy comes up to the sky and then back down. So it's up and down like a giant volcanic eruption. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep going. Good, look up, look down, look up, look down. Make this one as expansive as you can. Expansive, not expensive. And up, good, and up. Yes, 3 more, up, woo, and up. Good, 1 more and hold here. Let your arms melt down, eye gaze straight ahead. And then closing in, and then opening wide. Palms cover your face, and then palms press out as if you're holding open a door. In and out. And all the while you're using your spine. Keep going. In, open out, and in, open out, and in, open out, and hold. Long arms, and it's sideways, sideways. Good, we call this one barrel of monkeys. Barrel of monkeys. Imagine you're just having fun. Ta-ta. Side, and side, and side, and side. It's a big sweeping side bend. Whew. Good, now the arms circle over the head. Good, you're creating like helicopter rotator energy above the head. Like a whirlwind. Good, and you're spiraling through the spine. You're still moving from your spine. Yes, good, and then pause here, long arms. Moving into a reach, and then a reach, and the reach comes from the rib cage, You can kind of emphasize the ribs leading this movement. Sigh and sigh. Very stretchy like kelp. We'll call this one kelp forest. This movement is a kelp forest, and we're in the kelp forest. Ah. Good. And then finally bringing it to a circle. Good. Think of this one kind of as fly fishing. You're fly fishing. I don't know. I haven't ever been fly fishing. Have you? I've been fishing many times, but not fly fishing. So maybe this is not like fly fishing. And then reverse. Reverse. This one's like eating applesauce walnut strudel. Yum. Good. Stretch up. And we have arrived. Okay. Let's come down to the mat, and we're going to do a little bit of strengthening today in stillness. So that's what our method today is. So coming down onto your mat, I've got my ball and my TheraBand, just keeping things very simple today. I'd like you to hold on to your ball between your inner thighs, and for right now, I'm going to put my TheraBand down. I want to start out with some rollbacks. So I'm sitting tall, my eye gaze is level, my shoulders are pulled down my back, and from that nice spinal warm-up, I feel like everything is warm from the inside out. It's very interesting, it feels good. My arms are long, and I'm going to take a deep breath in, and I'm going to exhale and roll down like 1 inch, and then I'm going to pause. I'm going to see if I can keep my shoulders and my arms kind of relaxed, so I'm not creating tension. I take a breath in, and then on the exhale, I roll back 1 inch. And then I hold there and check everything out. My inner thighs are working, my feet are alive. I still feel this lovely kind of spiraling through my spine, from the spinal movement. Take an inhale there, exhale, and I roll back 1 inch. Good, I hold and I breathe. And I think about all of the love in the world and the beautiful animals and some beautiful people. And then I take a breath in and I exhale and I roll down 1 inch. Woo, I'm feeling this one today. I'm squeezing my ball like crazy. I'm feeling the effort right in my belly, my low belly, I'm feeling it. A little bit in my back too. That's okay. Take a breath in. Exhale, come down 1 inch. Good. Now, if this is getting challenging for you, hold onto your pants and notice, oh yeah, I get a little bit of extra help here. That's fine. Breath in here. Exhale and down 1 inch. Good. Inhale, holding. Good. Thinking about the sparkling ocean and all the beautiful mammals in the ocean, the otters and the seals and the whales. Breath in, exhale, down 1 inch. Oh my goodness, this is challenging. This is stillness, strengthen stillness, okay. Take a breath in, exhale, down 1 inch. Hold there, good, think again of something lovely. Exhale, down 1 inch. Good, and then when you get your spine making good contact, breath in, exhale, and melt the rest of the spine all the way down. And take a second for yourself to release tension that you've created along the spine. The little teeny little muscles along the spine are now relaxing against the Mother Earth of the floor. Beautiful work. So from here, we're going to see if we can do some slow, still roll-ups. I'm placing that ball now between my ankles. My feet are flexed, and I'm squeezing that ball a lot. My arms drift up to the sky. I'm going to take an inhale here, and then exhale. The arms start the movement. I lift my head, neck, and shoulders up. Good, and I come up just to my shoulder blades, and I hold. Breath in, exhale, 1 inch up. Breath in, 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 an inch up. Breath in, an inch up. Good, and then finally I get to reach for my toes. I take a big breath into my lungs everywhere, filling them up. And then I sit up tall. Shoulders are relaxed as much as I can. And I gently roll back. And same thing here. Inhale, exhale, roll back an inch. Inhale, hold, exhale, roll back an inch. Inhale, hold, exhale, roll back an inch. Inhale, hold, exhale, roll back an inch. Roll back an inch. Roll back an inch. Roll back an inch. And then again, when you get all the way down, release any tension into the earth, into your floor, wherever you are. Good. Sometimes it's really important to take a slow Pilates class and work in this slow way. Some of you might be like, oh, I want to speed it up. Let's just stay with the slowness, the stillness, and the strength and stillness today and practice. So one more time, arms come up, finding your whole body, you're lightly squeezing the ball. Take a breath in, start with the arms, float your head, and you come up to the shoulder blades and pause. And then we inch it up. We lift up an inch and pause. We lift up an inch and we hold. 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 Good. And reach for your toes. Take a big, huge, beautiful oxygenated breath into your lungs. Good work. Okay. So now we're going to release and slowly go back. I like to keep my feet flexed and my ball squeezed. Inhale here, exhale down an inch. Inhale, hold, 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 exhale down an inch. Good, and all the way down. Woo. Good. Okay, so pull your feet in. Transfer your ball to your inner thighs and give that a nice squeeze. I think perhaps for this stillness place, we might want to use support for our neck. So you could have your hands behind your head, but I've got my band here, right here. And I'm going to try it with a little bit of support for my neck. Always want to take care of your neck. So I'm going to double up my band and place that right behind my occipital lobes. So I'm stretching my neck and I'm offering support. Okay, so here we go. Elbows are pointed up to the ceiling. I'm going to take an inhale, and then on the exhale, I'm going to lift up, 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 up. On this first one, I really want to make sure where I am in space. So I like to do a little side-to-side wiggle, and I can feel the very base edge of my shoulder blades. And then I know, oh yeah, I lifted above my shoulder blades. So I stay there, and I'm going to do 10 quick squeezes of my ball. So here's the stillness. We're lifted, looking towards the knees of the ball, and we do 10 squeezes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and then lower down. Release the arms just for a second so that there's no tension built up anywhere. Good, breath in, and then again, exhale, up, 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 above those shoulder blades. Good. You're looking towards your ball, 10 squeezes. 10, 9, try to be still with your upper body as you're moving, just gently with the lower body. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower that spine all the way down. Good. Next level. Legs pop off to tabletop. Good. Elbows toward the ceiling. We're gonna take an inhale to prepare, exhale to lift up. Good, you're up there. And we're gonna squeeze the ball for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that upper body down. Good, one more time. Take a breath in here. Elbows reach up toward the ceiling. Exhale, lift up, 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 up. Good. And then squeeze it. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Keep going. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze that ball. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze the ball. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Good. Lower the upper body. Good. Take a minute to release tension. And we just move into a gentle side. Inhale, side. Exhale, back to center. On this twist, the eyes stay at the ceiling. Inhale, side. Exhale, center. One more time each way. Inhale, side. Exhale, center. And once more. Inhale, side. Exhale, center. Good. Now, I'm going to move the ball a little bit lower so that it's at my ankles, and I'm going to lightly point my feet. I'm going to try to do the still version with my legs extended. So let's give it a shot. Arms come up toward the ceiling. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift up, 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 up. Good, I'm like a crane lifting my body. I'm definitely well above my shoulder blades. And then from this position, I'm going to see if I can shoot my legs long. Can I shoot my legs long? They're coming out at a high angle, so I feel my belly active. They're not hanging low. They're rather high. Then I hold here and I do 10 ball squeezes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, legs come in. Lower head, neck, and shoulders. Release tension. Ah, good. Let's try that one again. That was not too bad. Breath in here. Exhale, lift all the way up. Good, find that position. Now you're still with the upper body. Lengthen the lower body long and tiny pulsations. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the legs in. Lower the head, neck, and shoulders. We're going to do that 10 times slow without the little pulses. So it's just like this. Lift up. Lengthen the legs. Pull the legs in. Lower down. 9 more. Really take your time. Lift up. Get every piece of it. It's like yummy cheesecake. You know, you don't get it that often. You want to have every little piece of it. And lift up. Lengthen the legs long. Squeeze the ball as you pull in and lower it down. Do that again with me. Lift up. Legs long. Pull the legs in. Lower head, neck, and shoulders. Again, lift upper body. Lengthen the legs. Squeeze the ball as you pull your legs in. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders. Again, lift it up. Lengthen long. Pull in. Lower down. Once again, lift up. Lengthen the legs long. Pull those legs in. Lower it down. Good. Again. Up. Long. In. And down. Good. And last one, yummiest one. We lift all the way up. We shoot those legs long. We pull the legs in. And we lower all the way down. Good. Shake out your hands. Squeeze your legs. rock and roll your spine along the floor. Ah, good. Okay. Continuing on with the stillness in strength, or strength and stillness, we're going to now take our band and load up one leg. I'm going to have my left leg. You can have whatever leg you choose. And we're going to take that all the way up to the ceiling for our maximum stretch. Ah, good. I'm finding contrast by pushing my foot into the band and at the same time pulling down with my arms. So once I get that up, down sensation, we call that contrast, right? You can feel all of the muscles firing. My right leg is bent, but I'm now going to slither it long and just see how that feels. And to me, that feels great. So I'm pushing my right foot down, my right leg down. My left leg, the one with the TheraBand, is pressing up. And I'm going to hang tight here for just a moment and breathe. Good, and I'm going to ask myself, is there any way to create less tension through my hands? Is there any way to create less tension in my neck? How can I have this beautiful, still stretch without any tension? Well, I'm paying attention. Beautiful. So we're going to open the legs because we're going to do a super challenging exercise in just a moment. But this one here is just meant to open up the hip a bit. And it's a small circle. We take the leg across the body, down, up and around, or maybe medium circle. I guess it's a medium-sized circle. And I'm just going to do that 3 times, stirring my leg. Stirring the leg and visualizing that. Good. And then when I get to that third one, I go the other way. Maybe yours are smaller, maybe yours are bigger. I think I'm sticking with kind of a medium-sized circle today. I can definitely feel the leg bone moving. That's what I want. Okay, I get up to the top, and I'm going to open my arms and just take one last little full body release. Good. And when I do that, I get the hamstring even more. So for most of us, the hamstrings are tight. And that feels great. Okay, I'm going to move right along to the other side. So for me, this is my right foot up, and then I start with my left knee bent, and I find contrast. Push up and pull down. You might find some parts of your body on this side that are really different. So maybe the outer edges of your leg are firing like crazy. Maybe it's still hamstring for you. Maybe it's calf. Noticing and paying attention to that and honoring your body. Our bodies are our temples. Yes. Okay, and then when you find that contrast and you're not creating tension, go ahead and lengthen your left leg and just see how that feels. Does that feel yummy? Does that feel helpful? If it does, stay there. And you're actively pressing down now with your left leg into the earth. Right leg is pressing up, 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 up. And we hold and we try to find a position where we're not creating stress in our hands. We're not creating any stress for our shoulders or anywhere else in the body. Then we take the leg across and we move into 3 circles. Whatever size is good for your body. Good, and then let's reverse. 3 times the other way, feeling the leg bone moving around in the socket. That is the goal of these. Moving the leg bone. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, good, and then one last little reach up with the hands and pulling out. And for me, same thing as the other side, it opens up the back of my hamstrings more. And to me, it feels great. It feels so helpful. Keeps me climbing up the hills. Yeah. I was out doing some mountain biking yesterday in Nicene Marks. And you know, probably since the summer, I mean, since the pandemic, but especially since the summer, There are about maybe 8 or 10 e-bikes up there in the mountains. And I think I need to write a letter to the state park. It's not that I have anything against e-bikes. I hope I'm not going off on e-bikes. They're very helpful and useful for many people. I just don't really think that I think that they're going to be increasing, and it would be really helpful to have regulations in state parks. So I might write to my supervisor. I do intend to write to my supervisor in the state parks today in a nice way, just letting them know of my experience. There's so many up there, it's crazy. Okay, so now let's release that. And what we're going to try is we're going to try a very, very, very challenging exercise. So this is the leg circles in flexion. I have definitely taught it before, but thinking now we're really prepared. My feet are in a V shape and I'm squeezing my whole body together. We've enlivened the body for the whole beginning of the class now to do this exercise. The arms reach up to the ceiling, and when I'm reaching my hands up, my arm bones are dropping down. Now the arms start the movement. I'm going to move into flexion, so I'm going to move the arms. I'm going to peel my head, neck, and shoulders up. Good work. And I'm going to stay there. I'm going to stay there, and I'm reaching my hands like crazy, as if I have caramel apples with dark chocolate right there, and I'm reaching for them. And then my right leg is going to lift up to the sky. Good. Now the left leg comes off an inch or two from the ground. Oh my gosh, this is the setup for the exercise. I'm going to do 3 leg circles. They're small. So I take it across and I whip it around. 3, 2, 1. We did it. Reverse. 3 and 2 and 1. We did it. Now change. And 3 and 2 and 1. We did it. Reverse. It's 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Legs come in. Head, neck, and shoulders roll down. Let your head and your body roll side to side. Yeah. Let go of tension. We did create a little bit of tension in the neck, so let it go. Woohoo! That was so good. Okay, I've got one more thing here on our backs. I want us to do some slow bridges, and I think this ball between the inner thighs is always super helpful. The arms are at the sides, pressing down. And we're going to lift up into the bridge. Good. And this is stillness today, right? So we want to stay in our bridge. But I want you to think about where you are in space. Could you broaden your shoulders a little bit more? Try this. Hug yourself. And as you're hugging yourself, pull the scapula a little bit apart, widen them, and then release back. Did that give you a little bit more width through the shoulders? If so, that's helpful. And then feeling like you've got your shoulder blades pretty much on the mat, the rest of the body is lifted and lengthened. Your feet are close enough together so that you're giving your ball a nice firm squeeze. In this version here, the hands and the arms are actively pressing down into the earth. So we're pressing down with the feet. We're pressing down with the arms. We're actively lengthening through the shoulders and through the collarbones. And we're pushing the hip bones and the thighs up to the sky. Good. Stay with me and breathe, breathe, breathe. Good work. Now, just so that we don't get too bored, we're going to add a few little details here, but mostly we just want to stay in this bridge. I want to start with the feet. So what you could do is lift up your toes, set them down, lift up your heels, set them down, toes lift, down, heels lift, and down, toes lift, and down, heels lift, and down, toes lift, and down, heels lift, and down, toes lift, and down, heels lift, and stay. Stay with your heels lifted. Squeeze your ball and release your ball. Good. Let's squeeze the ball and release the ball. And squeeze the ball and release the ball. It's a small little squeeze, but it's firm. We squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Keep going. Squeeze that ball. Squeeze that ball. Squeeze that ball. Squeeze the ball. Squeeze that ball. Squeeze that ball. Squeeze the ball. Good. Now stay here. My arms are pressing down. My heels are lifted off of the mat. And I'm hanging out for a moment. Good. Could I get my hips a teeny tiny bit higher? Yeah, I can. I can get them a little teeny tiny bit higher. Nice. Now we're going to lower the heels and lift the heels. Lower the heels and lift the heels. Lower the heels and lift the heels. Lower the heels, lift the heels. Stay with me. Lower those heels and lift the heels. Again, lower the heels and lift the heels. And again, lower the heels and stay. Stay, 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 stay. Good. Keep breathing. Ah. Good work. Good work, good work, good work. Keep breathing. Good. And we're just going to hold here for 10 seconds to finalize. It's really different when we're just being still or still with tiny movements, isn't it? I do feel my butt very active. I do feel hamstrings, but I feel it feels a little different. Isometric exercising. So let's now stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the spine all the way down. Good. Lengthen your legs long. Stretch your arms over your head and get as long as you've ever been in your life. Get long, 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 long. Maybe stretch one side and the other side. One side and the other side. Good. And then let your arms come down to your sides. Good. Take a little moment of repose and always allowing the earth to release. So there's no tension in your body as we're getting stronger. We're getting stronger without tension. True strength. Okay, so now let's move into just a little bit of leg movement. I want to teach the slow helicopters. So we're going to lift up and place the ball underneath the sacrum here. If you're feeling like you need a little bit of a back stretch, the legs are long. If you want to get right into the core, legs pop off to tabletop and arms pop up to the sky. So either positioning, hang there for a moment or two and breathe. Good, 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 good. Keep breathing. Good, and then for the helicopters, we're gonna do these super slow so that it's not quite stillness, but it's near stillness. And we have the legs now in 90-degree position, so straight up. Yeah, good. And I want you to start out here with the arms coming up, so arms and legs are up. And we just want to take it very slowly. One leg reaches down. Good. And then the other leg reaches down. And do that a couple of times very slowly. If it's impossible for you to keep your arms up, that's fine. Arms could come down onto the floor. But if you can, keep the arms up. And notice how challenging it can be through the entire torso, not just the abdominals or belly. The whole torso is working. Good, now we're gonna add on. So from the split legs, we circle one leg one way, the other leg the other way, until they make a full rotation. It's very slow. Then we do that again. We slide, and we do a smooth, slow circle around. Good. If you want to, just for fun, you can try it faster. Oh yeah, it's easier, right? So that's why we're not doing it fast today. Try 3 more slow with me. Slide and circle around slow. And slide. Circle around as slow as you're able to. Again, slide and circle as slow as you can. Good, shake out your legs. We gotta do the other direction. Those I find challenging today. I don't know about you, but I'm finding those challenging. So again, arms and legs are straight up 90 degrees. You're going to split the legs. Good. And then for me, I'm splitting them once again. Good. So now I'm going the other way that I did. And I do a circle around in perfect opposition. I've got 4 more. I slide the legs. And then I circle as slowly and as beautifully as I can manage. Good. My arms are off the ground, so my abdominals are really firing here. They might even be screaming a little bit if I'm honest. Good. 2 more good ones. Slide your legs and then circle in really beautiful opposition. 1 more time, slide those legs. Good job, and circle around. Good, moving into an easy bicycle, whatever that means for you. Easy peasy bicycle. Maybe it's a recumbent bike, maybe it's a big bike, maybe it's a smaller bike. You choose. Just circling and cycling through. Cycling through. Yay. Let's set the feet down. Take a moment of lengthening those legs with the ball at your sacrum so you're getting a stretch through the front of your body. That's what we want to emphasize for a moment. And breathe into the front of your body. Can you breathe into your breast tissue? Can you breathe into your front of your lungs? Can you breathe into any of your organs that are lying superficially? Can you breathe into your hip bones, into your thighs? Breathing all through the front of your body. Nice. Now let's come off the ball and we're going to continue on with a little bit of quadruped work, very slow. So you're coming into quadruped position. Good. Finding your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. I want you to think about your right arm and take your right arm off without disturbing anything else, and it comes straight out to the side, so a T shape. Imagine that you're looking at yourself from the top of the ceiling, looking down, and your back is super straight. You're breathing in, and you're breathing out. Good, now holding there. Can you possibly think about your left leg? Can you maybe press your left leg back? Can you maybe use your belly to lengthen your left leg straight up? So your arm and your leg are lifted, and we're holding here just for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and gently set that down. Coming into a seated position, yes, we're going to do the other side in 1 second, but sometimes my wrists feel like, that was a little bit of work on them. So I'm going to make tiny little clusters with my fingers and press that out. So I'm opening up the carpal tunnel. Yes. And I just want to stretch like that for a minute. Good. Another idea is to open up the wrist like so. Open up the wrist like so. Fingers on the ground and opening the wrists. Good. So take a minute. Good. Notice how calm you feel. That's a nice feeling to have in this insanity. What do you mean insanity? Everything's normal. Okay, I feel, that I need to have a little help being calm. So exercise is my solution. Now let's turn the other direction. Same idea, stillness through quadruped. My hands are placed right underneath my shoulders. I feel like I'm looking down from the ceiling and I can see my flat back. My left arm, without changing anything, just shoots straight out to the side. And I really find that positioning, I really find that length in my body. Then, could I maybe lengthen the opposite leg? So right leg lengthens. I use my abs to lift it up. And as I lift it up, I find the reaching of my left fingers, the reaching of my right toes, and that stretching and reaching helps me stay stable. Good. From here, it's just 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent work. Bring that down. Stretch back to prayer stretch for a minute. Take care of your wrists here if you need that. I'm going to add a little bit of a clasped hand stretch here. So if you like, allow the head to come toward the mat or on the mat. Reach the arms back and clasp your hands, and then stretch your arms up over your head. Good. Really stretch, stretch, stretch those arms up. And then as you slowly come up to sitting, you're going to do a tiny little reach to the right, a tiny little reach to the left. So we're working with the tiny muscles next to the spine. Just tiny little reach, tiny little reach, tiny little reach till I'm all the way upright. Good job. From here, we're going to do a little yoga stretch. It's the lion. It's a weird one, I know, but it can feel really helpful. Luckily, we're in our own homes. No one's watching us, so it's really helpful. You don't have to do it next to someone in class. We want to stretch the tongue, and it's kind of like a Maori warrior. I like to stretch my hands as well, so it's like this. Good work. Let's do it again. Stick out your tongue and stretch kind of like a lion yawning. Good work. Did that stretch something in your face that you needed? Notice that stretch is available to you. Sometimes I get really tight in my jaw, and that stretch is so helpful. Good job. So we're going to move on to a little bit of back work today, again with the stillness. So coming just onto our bellies, I want you to have your hands about shoulder width apart near your shoulders. Your feet can be as wide as you like. People who have tight backs usually like, or maybe even wide hips, like to have wider stance with their legs. Your legs can be as wide as the mat. Sometimes people like to have the legs together. I want you to find your position that feels comfortable for you. Think about pressing your pubic bone lightly into the mat. Activate your legs wherever they are, however wide they are. And then through the crown of your head, lengthening up, 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 up. Keeping your forearms on the ground. Take a breath in here. Good. And then lower back down. Do that again. Lengthen through the spine. Activate your legs. Lifting up, 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 up. Good work. Breath in. And back down. Good. This time we're going to come all the way up. Inhale. Exhale and lift up. Press lightly into your hands. Lift up as high as you can or as high as you like. Big, huge breath there. And then gently coming down. Good. Now this last one, we're going to stay for 10 seconds. So think about bringing the hands along your sides And then if you can, clasp the hands behind your back. Activate your hands, activate your legs, and lift everything up. Hands lift, head lift, legs lift. Lift everything up as high as you like. Breathing, holding for 10, 9, 8. Stay with me for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then all the way down. Good, turning your head to one side. Let go of everything, bending the knees, little tiny wiggle side to side. Try turning your head to the other direction. Good, you need a little bit of a neck twist. Okay, and then let's pick ourselves up. Press ourselves back to our child's pose, arms reaching, butt reaching back. Good, yes. And we're gonna end with a little spinal circling. So coming to a comfortable seated position, I've got my ball here. I like to use that as my meditative cushion, right? So I just sort of push it under me, and all of a sudden sitting is so comfortable. I love these little balls. Okay, your spine is straight, your face is straight, and you're just noticing how you feel for a second. Good. The slow, still class is not my favorite one. Notice I don't teach that one very often, but it does make me feel very calm. And we get stronger holding those poses. So I think it's helpful. This one is just a visualizing of the spine. The spine reaches forward. The spine moves sideways. The spine moves back. The spine moves side. We're moving into a giant circle. Inhaling. Exhaling. Good work. Do that as many times as you like, and then reverse the circle. Move from your spine, just like we did in the very beginning of class. Inhaling. Exhaling. Good. Allowing calm to descend upon us. Maybe imagining snowflakes falling in your living room. Big, flat, no, they're not flat, they're big, fluffy white snowflakes. And each snowflake is glistening and it's full of calmness as it comes down. Good. And then whatever you want to do just for the end to get out any wiggles, I'm just moving a little side to side. Good. Bring hands to heart and take a couple breaths. Good. Finding strength in stillness.